Hello, my name is Nicole, and thank you so much for taking this time out to listen. Today, I just want to share a thought that came to mind when it comes to dealing with those who are very educated, intelligent, those that score high on many tests because they just have a special gifting, an anointing, if you will. And some individuals recognize that God is in fact very much a part of their design. And others will not acknowledge anything dealing with God because they consider themselves to be their own God. And then there are those who do believe that their divine guidance is not of light but of darkness. And so they enjoy tapping into the dark realms in order to receive more occult knowledge. I have come across some individuals in the flesh, sitting down and talking with them about their visions, ideas, dreams, and goals over the years. And what I have seen is a pattern of deceit. They deceive themselves into believing that what they are doing is powerful and great and is the type of thing that is going to help humanity and all things good, righteous, and true. They deceive themselves because they are not reading the precepts of the Holy Bible. They are not interested in the people of God. They consider everyone ignorant. Of course, not themselves, but everyone else. And when you are around individuals like this, they don't mind allowing you into their circles as long as you are a cheerleader for them, as long as you are a yes man or yes woman, as long as you have finances to help them, plans, dreams, or errands or connections, or whatever it is that you can give them, they are willing to listen to you. They are willing to allow you to walk in their circles. But if you're not doing anything and you are what they consider to be ignorant, then what they will do is eventually fade you out. And if you are a believer, if you have stated that you in fact love the Lord and respect God and His creations and His ideas and dreams and goals, they don't want you around. You see, there were many who did not want Jesus around because Jesus was a radical in his day. And Jesus was speaking the kind of words that was upsetting the atmosphere. And Jesus was definitely a humanitarian. And Jesus definitely wanted things to be done according to the will of his Father. And those that were not on board wanted Jesus gone. They criticized Jesus. They talked about Jesus. They stayed away from Jesus. Those of us who are messengers of God, that is what continues to happen, because those that consider themselves to be intelligent and elitist type and, superior and so on and so forth, don't want God's people to come around and speak truth. First of all, how is it that your idea is going to be so wonderful, so great, so magnificent if you can't even get simple things right based on the Bible? If you can't respect your Creator, if you cannot respect those individuals who the Creator has brought forth to help you, how in the world do you think that your idea is going to be blessed? There's a blessing that takes place, but it's not of God. There's a ritual that takes place, but it's not of God. There are all sorts of demonic spirits that will arise and use the unsuspecting to get their needs met. And those who do not believe in the paranormal, and those that do not believe that God is very much alive, and those that do not believe that Satan is very much alive, will fall for the traps, fall in the traps. They will unfortunately not get any of the things that truly matter done. And then those things that do come about, and there is the approvals and the financing and so forth, are not much in terms of truly getting all things accomplished like the designer wanted or the planner had hoped. Okay? This is why you will see some of the educated, elitist type end up going crazy in their own minds. Crazy because the plan is not coming together. Crazy because the support isn't there. Crazy because they don't have the financing, and on and on. Because if the idea, if the genius, if the invention is not God-fearing, doesn't have a God label, doesn't have a God stamp of approval, then it is not going to work in the way that one once envisioned. The further away from the Lord you move away, the less likely that His will come about. And that one who considers his or herself to be a God will unfortunately not have the favor of God, right? There's no room for the one true God when one considers his or herself a demigod. These individuals, we must pray because they have much genius, much education. They have even a lot of financing, sponsors and so forth behind them, but they don't have common sense. They don't have wisdom. They don't have the time to sit back and truly listen and obey our Creator. I tell you these things because we definitely have to take the time out sometimes and have those conversations with people that don't look like us, that don't sound like us, that don't speak like us, and allow the Lord to use us to speak the types of words to them to make them think. And even if they don't ever allow us back into their circles, and even if they never ever want to work with us because they're offended or because they have all sorts of issues with our type, at least we know that we have done all that we could do according to the will of the Father to get His truth out there. And the rest is on them. I thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to this thought-provoking message. Please do humble yourself. Don't be the arrogant, conceited, I know more than everybody else type. And trust in your Creator. And go to Him to give you the direction as to what you should be doing with all of those brilliant ideas you have. Thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. And as always, to God be the glory.